Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for another video. I have been so excited to just be back on my channel and just be making regular videos again. Getting ready for this pageant has been super time consuming, and you know, I just had to take a break from making videos. I wanted to make a video actually with like what I was doing to get ready for the pageant, and I recorded that, and I was like, you know what, let me just wait until after I have actually competed to give you guys some first-timer tips and sort of walk through my experience and let you guys know kind of just the things that I've learned through the process overall. So I went ahead and deleted that video, and here we go. I'm back again with the 5 things that I learned from my first pageant experience. So I recently, very recently actually, beginning of this month, it was July 4th weekend, competed in the Miss Kenya USA pageant. I was representing North Carolina, and did a lot of campaigning, did a lot of fundraising, you know, went through the whole process, the steps and everything like that. And this is Miss Kenya USA's 9th year that they have held the pageant, so next year will be their 10th anniversary. I made it to the top 5, so that is something that I was super proud about, because with it being my first time competing, you know, I was there with girls that had done this, you know, multiple times, and you know, people that had more experience than I did, you know, even if it wasn't pageantry, maybe they, you know, volunteered, or they did some type of modeling, you know, something like that that they had under their belt. So I kind of in my opinion, in some ways, came in at a little bit of a disadvantage because I really don't have a lot of experience with that kind of stuff. But I am going to share with you guys the top 5 lessons that I learned by doing this. And I just wanted to kind of give that little disclaimer just to let you know where I was coming from. Tip number 1, have a queen mentality. Now by this, I mean, well, okay, let's start with this. Think about it like this. If you already won the pageant, if you already knew that you were going to win, and you just had to show up and, you know, be a part of the whole process, but you already knew that the outcome was you were going to be the winner, how would you act? And not in an arrogant way, you know, but if you already knew that the odds are in your favor and you're going to win, how would you act? How would you conduct yourself? How would you, you know, be on pageant weekend? How would you interact with the other girls? Would you be just confident and, you know, giving and helpful and trying to, you know, make connections and build friendships and build relationships with the people that you're meeting? Or would you be nervous? Would you be pacing around? Would you be, you know, worried about every little thing? This mentality trick that I learned shortly before I actually went to the pageant, it helped me so much. Because of that, I was able to kind of shift my mindset and really be present in the moment and actually really enjoy the experience itself. Enjoy the girls I was meeting, build friendships with them, you know, actually just enjoy the process and be present in the moment and work on being my best self and actually bring my best self out there. So that is a big part of queen mentality when you get to the pageant. Now, before you get to the pageant, and you're fundraising and you're trying to get supporters and you're trying to get, you know, all of these things going, you're trying to get the word out, you want people to support you, all of that stuff, queen mentality also starts there. Okay, you want to make sure that you're always presenting your best self, looks-wise and attitude-wise, as well as your confidence, okay? If you don't believe that you can win and that you can actually be, you know, a title holder, how in the world are you supposed to convince anybody else that you can do it, right? So queen mentality starts from the moment you register for the pageant, okay? You need to know that going into this, eyes are on you. The minute you tell people that you're doing this and that you're competing in this pageant, people are already looking at you. They're summing you up. They're sizing you up. They're saying, okay, you know, this is what she wants to do. I mean, what is she, how is she going to be walking on a stage if she can't even manage, some 2-inch heels? She's stumbling over in those, how can she's not even good at speaking in front of people, or, she's not even, I don't know what exactly she's doing this for. I don't understand her platform. Is she doing this just to get attention? You need to work on your confidence. You need to work on how you're presenting yourself to others. You need to be kind, be helpful, show that, you are truly a queen from the inside out, and that you can carry yourself as such with or without a crown, okay? And know that people are watching you. So that is a big, big part of queen mentality, and that is how you're going to get people to support you, by believing in yourself and by walking in that confidence and letting that show from the outside in, okay? Number 2. Choose a platform that you connect with, okay? My platform for this pageant was cultural awareness for Kenyan American and Kenyan diaspora youth. I am Kenyan American. I have, a lot of my friends, best friends and kids I grew up with are really a lot like me as well. They either are Kenyan American or they were brought here from a young age, and we've all kind of had some shared experiences growing up together with immigrant parents, and just kind of that dichotomy of, being a Kenyan and also being an American, and how does that fit, and all of these different things. And so I had a lot that I connected with my platform. And for me, my platform came before my desire to even do the pageant. When I knew that I wanted to do more work in that space, I decided, okay, how in the world am I going to, start with this? How am I going to bring awareness to people about this? And that's when I decided, maybe pageantry will be a great avenue for me. And when I decided on which pageant I should do, it kind of made sense for me to just do the Miss Kenya USA pageant, because my experience is sort of directly related to Kenyans and Kenyans in diaspora. So figure out your platform and figure out, what system is going to be best for you, and how are you going to be best able to kind of further your agenda by choosing the right one. Because there's so many pageants out there. So you really got to do your homework and see which one is going to be the best fit for you and for what you're wanting to do. And if you're just wanting to compete for fun, then do that, but still, this applies. Pick something that is, relevant to who you are. There's so many good causes in the world, but if you don't have a personal connection to it, it's really going to lack luster, and everybody's going to be able to tell that you don't really, you chose it because it sounded good, but, you don't really have much experience or personal connection. That will show. So please be conscious of that. Number 3, take time to make connections and make friendships with the people around you. Yes, the girls in the pageant that are competing with you, okay? This is not some type of nasty competition where we're catty and we're jumping at each other's throats. No, this is pageantry is sisterhood. And don't believe anything else anybody tells you. Yes, at the end of the day, there is going to be a winner, okay? And there's going to be people that don't win. But guess what? And this is going to jump to my last point, so we won't even get there right now, but each one of you is an individual. The fact that each of you has chosen to, compete in a pageant, that has chosen to put yourself out there, it already makes you a winner in a way. So you do have to consider that, and you also have to go in with the mentality that, it's not about who is the better person or who is the better candidate. It's the competition truly is within you. That's why you see so many girls that are, they compete several times to get a title, and they eventually get it. They may not get it the first time around, but second or third time, they become a title holder. Why? Because they've developed themselves. Pageantry is about self-development. But I'm skewing a little bit off the point here. The point is, make connections with the people around you, the girls in the pageant, the judges, the directors. Make connections and make a good impression. Be kind, be helpful, don't have an attitude. Really, really try to be teachable, try to be, adjustable, you know, when things happen and things change. That's something I struggle with. But you know, do your best to try to be like that. And that is the best advice that I have with that. But just enjoy the people around you, because you guys are there for a limited amount of time. You've worked so hard to get to where you're at, and that's an experience that all of you will cherish so much. And I made, you know, such good friends with the girls that I competed with at Miss Kenya. Number 4, utilize all of your resources. Guys, there are so many resources out there for you to learn about all things pageantry before you get to the pageant. For us, that was one thing I really do regret. We had a really great pageant coach, and she was based out where the pageant was held, which is Seattle, Washington. But she made herself available to us via, you know, video chat and text, phone call, you know, and she said, you know, use her to help you prepare. Because, and especially as a first time pageant girl, you know, I was, you know, looking up articles, I looked up videos, I was reading up on stuff, and I was listening, and I had my ear out, and I did all the things that I did my best to prepare, but I could have done better. So if you have resources that are out there to help you, if you have people that you can connect with, people that have competed in pageants before, if you go out and get a coach, all of those things, those are resources to help you be the best that you can be and to be a successful competitor. So that's one thing that I do regret, is not utilizing our coach enough. I think I had about 2 calls with her, but it's a little bit different when you're working with somebody, you know, remotely kind of, as opposed to in person. So there was one girl, actually she's my roommate, she was able to work with a coach a little bit more directly because they lived in the same state. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but I am saying that was something she took advantage of, you know. Not everyone did, and she chose to take that extra step, and she was in the top 3. So that just goes to show you that when you take that initiative and you do really utilize the resources that are set there for you, it's going to set you apart and you will do better. So definitely utilize those resources. Number 5, be a winner by choice. When it's all said and done, guys, when it's all said and done, and the pageant is over, and the winners have been announced, and the crowns have been passed out, and the sashes are being worn, and everybody's taking pictures, don't let yourself get down for too long. It's okay to be disappointed, you know, feel the way that you feel. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to step away, step away. You know, do what you need to do, but also know that all of the people, even if there are people out there that are trying to be critical of you, not even a morsel, like not even a fraction of them would even dare to do what you just did. Because what you just did was brave, okay? Putting yourself out there, you know, in a way where people can be so critical, you know, and I had to deal with that as well. You may think you're doing a positive thing, but people like to throw rocks at shiny things, okay? That was a Taylor Swift quote. Yes, it was. But it's true. And if you decide, even before you step on that stage for the first time, that you are going to be a winner, no matter what, no matter how this thing goes, you're a winner in your heart, and you're always going to present yourself as a queen in this world, because you did what very few dare to do. Okay, and you're going to continue to move on to greatness, because these are the things that help build your character and that help build you. Okay, and I love pageantry, because pageantry it's not a, like I said before, it's not a catty competition. Pageantry is something that it is so beneficial and helpful for women, because it promotes you being your best self. Okay, and you continuing to serve and be your best you, and continuing to reach, okay, and have a platform where you can actually help people. People want to listen to you, okay? People love beauty queens. They want to hear what you have to say. I have gotten several opportunities. I did not place, okay? I didn't get a crown. I didn't get a sash my first time. I did make it to the top 5, but I don't have, you know, any physical thing to really show for my accomplishments, but people still are inviting me to speak, you know, asking me for different tips and advice, you know, that are interested in pageantry. I mean, I've been very, very surprised at some of the people that have reached out to me for one reason or another. So don't think that just because you don't win that you are not going to go on and, you know, possibly win again if you do compete, or that you're going to not go on to do anything great, because that is absolutely not true. And if you are a winner before you even win, then, I mean, nobody can stop you, and nobody can stop a dream that's been placed in your heart. That's something that Dale Smith Thomas, that I actually learned from her. You know, it doesn't matter what a group of judges say. It doesn't matter what a director says, or your boyfriend, or your best friend, or your parents, or anybody. If a dream is in your heart, nobody can take that away from you. You can choose to let that go. You can choose to, you know, move forward onto something else, but nobody can force you to stop going after something that you want. So always keep that in mind. You are the one who controls your own destiny, you know, you and God. But, you know, you know, God places the dreams and desires in your heart for a reason, okay? Don't ignore those. That's not just you. You know what I mean? So, that is my last and final tip. Tip 5, be a winner by choice. Just to wrap it all up, number 1, have a queen mentality. Number 2, have a strong platform that you connect with. Number 3, take time to enjoy becoming friends and becoming sisters with your pageant queens, pageant sisters, and really, really enjoy and have fun in this experience. Number 4, meet and connect with people, build relationships, utilize your resources. Utilize your resources. Utilize your resources. Number 5, be a winner by choice. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah!